Good morning. Everyone, please stand, and gentlemen, remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, saved us that star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave.
You may be seated. Please give a round of applause for our concert chorale seniors for the rendition of the national anthem. They are under the direction of Mr. Leo Humbach. And a big thank you to our instrumental music department under the direction of Mike Sekich for providing outstanding music all year long. Dr. Johns, members of the Board of Education, honored guests, parents, families, friends, and most importantly, our graduates. My name is Ken Cookie, and it is my honor as principal of Stevenson High School to welcome you to the 2020 commencement exercise. I would like to thank our superintendent of schools, Dr. Christine Johns, the Board of Education, and the outstanding staff at Stevenson High School and all of its feeder schools for helping each of our seniors being honored today achieve graduation. I especially want to recognize our associate principals, Mr. Robert Enney, who oversees our senior class, Ms. Allison Hildebrand, and Mr. Tim Youngblood. In just a few minutes, the class of 2020 will receive their diplomas to mark their graduation from high school. The diplomas these graduates receive represent years of hard work, commitment, dedication, and achievement, and will mark a turning point in the lives of these young adults. This class will always be very special to me as my first graduating class as principal of Stevenson High School. Though we are not together in the arena, that does not negate the hard work you put in over the last 12 years. As I reflect on all that I've watched you experience and anticipated this day, I thought a lot about what I could say to you here on your special day, your graduation day. I once heard a story by a man named Tyler Durman. Tyler's message was to live your best story. I think this story really hits home in the year of the pandemic with COVID-19. It made me think about what we each can do to make a difference in this world, to be the change that we want to see, to make a difference in the lives of others and ourselves, to learn that each of us can do what we need to do to live our best story. If it were within my power to tell you what your story looked like, I would. All I can really do is share with you some things I've learned as my story unfolded. I hope these thoughts in some way help your story unfold and become the greatest story ever told for each of you. So here it goes. Believe in yourself. Don't let your fears overwhelm your desire. Let the barriers you face, and there will be barriers, be external, not internal. Fortune does not favor the bold, and I promise that you will never know what you're capable of unless you try. Your journey through life is just beginning to unfold. Enjoy the journey wherever it takes you. Find your passion in life. If you have not found your passion in life yet, you will find it later in your 20s, 30s, or even your 40s. Don't give up on finding it. You will not find it in things or money. The important things are those that fill you from the inside, that fill your heart. All successful people aren't happy, and all happy people aren't successful. If you have to choose, choose happiness. Take control of your life. As your story unfolds, the first thing you should do is throw away that map that someone else gave to you to find success and begin to draw your own. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's dream. Act. Don't wait to be invited. Create opportunities and live them. Life will happen to you whether you try to guide it or not, so you might as well try to influence it. You need to know what you want, and you must be willing to go after it. Take action. Don't settle for life with purpose and significance. Respect yourself and others, avoid self-righteousness, and be kind rather than right. Follow your heart. The key is to listen to your heart and let it carry you in the direction of your dreams. I've learned that it's possible to set your sights high and achieve your dream, and to do it with integrity, character, and love. At each day that you're moving toward your dreams without compromising who you are winning. Live life today. Don't wait until tomorrow. It doesn't matter that your dream came true if you spent your whole life sleeping. So get out there and go for it. Don't be caught waiting. When life gets tough, and it will get tough, remember to take it one day at a time. Do not look back and grieve over the past, for it is gone. And do not be troubled about the future, as it is yet to come. Live in the present and make it so beautiful it's worth remembering. Give back. Be generous. Life is not about warming yourself by the fire. Life is about building the fire. The generosity is the match. If you want happiness for an hour, take a nap. But if you want happiness for a lifetime, help someone less fortunate than you. Living your best story is about giving back to others. As each day in your story moves forward, do something to make yourself a better person and do something for someone else, someone less fortunate than you. Make a difference. So with all this in mind, take the time to dream big, as dreams help you do great things, large and small. Continue to learn. Be curious and be open to others whose interests differ from yours. Read and learn something new every day. Take responsibility for your successes and your failures. Be resilient. Learn from your mistake and always take time to celebrate your accomplishments. I encourage you to focus on what you have learned and accomplished in and outside of school. Use this knowledge and experience to your advantage, as it will continue to help you live your best story. Finally, today, more than any other day, remember to be grateful. Gratitude opens the doors to life and your story. Express your gratitude today, particularly to your parents and family, teachers, and each other. And all have helped you through this journey thus far. The class of 2020 is now time to look at and celebrate all of your accomplishments. 579 students will graduate from our school this morning, and I'm proud to say that they are college and career ready. 40 of you are valedictorians, and 6 are salutatorians. 2 students are Macomb County All-Academic Team members. They are Karithika Krishnan and Jenny Schramm. These 2 students are among the top scholars in Macomb County. 22 are members of the Utica Center for Math, Science, and Technology. 23 students are members of the Utica Center for Science and Industry. 150 students are Titan Scholars, which means they have maintained a GPA of 3.67 or higher for 7 straight semesters. 65 of you are AP Scholars, having earned a 3.67 GPA in 4 more AP classes. 53 are Presidential Scholars, having earned at least 1160 on the SAT and having a GPA of at least a 3.5 or higher. 105 are members of the National Honor Society, signifying their dedication to scholarship, service, character, and leadership. 98% of this graduating class will pursue higher education. Our students will attend every university in our state in places like Northwestern, Purdue University, Ohio State, just to name a few. Virtually, please join me now in a round of applause for these fine accomplishments. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you the valedictorians and salutatorians for the class of 2020. Valedictorian Russell Ali. Russell will be attending Wayne State University. Valedictorian Slavia Alias. Slavia will be attending Oakland University. Valedictorian Megan Arnold. Megan will be attending Michigan State University. Valedictorian Brandon Atish. Brandon will be attending the University of Michigan. Valedictorian Evan Barish. Evan plans to attend Kettering University. Valedictorian Alexander Buthier. Alexander will attend Oakland University. Valedictorian Sophia Costa. Sophia plans to attend Macomb Community College. Valedictorian Jessica Culverhouse. Jessica will attend the University of Michigan. Valedictorian Julia Daniel. Julia will attend Central Michigan University. Valedictorian Claudio Della Torre. Claudio will attend Michigan State University. Valedictorian Mackenzie Eisinger. Mackenzie will attend the University of Michigan. Valedictorian Lena Algorgi. Lena will attend Oakland University. Valedictorian Michelle Asaya. Michelle will attend Wayne State University. Valedictorian Charles Guccione. Charles will attend the University of Michigan. Valedictorian Miriam Hannah Katchel. Miriam will attend Oakland University. Valedictorian Vanessa Hanush. Vanessa will attend Lawrence Tech University. Valedictorian Heather Hare. Heather will attend the University of Michigan. Valedictorian Dway Hung. Dway will attend Oakland University. Valedictorian Daphne Jacinto. Daphne plans to attend Wayne State University. Valedictorian Malik Kalasho. Malik will attend the University of Michigan. Valedictorian Grace Canoe. Grace will attend Wayne State University. Valedictorian Gerald Kalizi. Gerald is attending Cornell University. Valedictorian David Kais. David will attend Kettering University. Valedictorian Riley Klum. Riley plans to attend Grand Valley State University. Valedictorian Donovan Lee. Donovan will attend the University of Michigan. Valedictorian Andrew Lucas. Andrew will attend the University of Michigan. Valedictorian Alexia Manadaki. Alexia will attend Oakland University. Valedictorian Brianna Merrim. Brianna will attend Michigan State University. Valedictorian Kayla McKell. Kayla is undecided where she will study. Valedictorian Caitlin Mahalski. Caitlin will attend Michigan State University. Valedictorian Samuel Molnar. Samuel will attend U of M Dearborn. Valedictorian Katriana Monroe. Katriana will attend the University of Findlay. Valedictorian Blaine Christian Thomas Onaya. Blaine will attend Wayne State University. Valedictorian Mary Partington. Mary plans to attend Oakland University. Valedictorian Jenny Schramm. Jenny will attend the University of Michigan. Valedictorian Deanna Schlamon. Diana will attend Wayne State University. Valedictorian Michael Vu. Michael will attend Oakland University. Valedictorian Jennifer Weiss. Jenny will be attending the University of Michigan. Valedictorian Christopher Watkowitz. Christopher will attend Oakland University. Valedictorian Corey Zelda. Corey will attend the University of Michigan. Now for our salutatorians. Salutatorian Daniel Osterman. Daniel will attend Kettering University. Salutatorian Sukman Bath. Sukman will attend Oakland University. Salutatorian Benjamin Dubé. Benjamin will attend Michigan State University. Salutatorian Brooke Homraki. Brooke will attend Grand Valley State University. Salutatorian Krithika Krishnan. Krithika will attend Michigan State University. Salutatorian Omar Naifif. Omar will attend Michigan State University. Ladies and gentlemen, families and friends, let's have a huge round of applause for those valedictorians and salutatorians for the class of 2020. At this time, it is my pleasure to welcome the class of 2020 commencement speaker, Mr. Donovan Ishu. Donovan will be attending Oakland University to pursue a degree in software engineering. Donovan's address is titled Childish versus Childlike Futures.
Welcome, faculty, friends, family, Dr. Johns, and the Board of Education, and congratulations to the class of 2020. Well, graduates, we finally made it. We all started at some point at the bottom. Ninth grade, probably one of the most embarrassing years of our lives. Or just mine. Now, thanks to Drake, it looks like the whole team's here. Ever since we were kids in elementary school, all I thought about was the future, what we're going to accomplish in the future, and where our accomplishments are going to take us in the future. Look how far we've come. But what we sometimes fail to realize is that time goes by faster than we think. It seemed like yesterday my mom was yelling at me for wanting to spend the rest of my life trying to find a radioactive spider so that I could have the chance of being Spider-Man. My mom was saying that I graduate at the end of this month and I'm going to college. Never too young for those dreams. For the ones that actually listen to my speech, and definitely for the people zoning out right now, like I do in the teacher's talk, I learned something great from that experience I'd like to share with you. There's a huge difference between being childlike and childish. It's up to us which one we choose to be as we move forward. It's real easy being childish in school, licking things to claim it as yours, joking around at every opportunity, and just clowning on everybody. It was fun, no lie, but we gotta move on from that, especially with what awaits us in the real world. After this, we're gonna work harder than we ever have before. They say the more you do something, the more that something consumes you if you let it. So soon enough, the work will get to your head, and you'll forget all your childlike tendencies. It happens to most adults. They lose the idea of fun, fearlessness, the feeling of innocence, the embracing of revelation, the yearn for more, and the imagination. So I encourage you all to do what you love after today. Don't do something that's gonna ruin your childlike heart. The yearning, keep it. Kids, they always want more and more. Like one toy isn't enough, you need to get another one to complete the set. One thing not to take from that is the greedy part, because you will fall if you buy more than you can chew. It's true, it happened to me with a burger. Want to know what to take? Children constantly yearn for new experiences, constantly yearn for knowledge, and constantly yearn for no vegetables on their plate. Guilty. Some of us reach to a point where we will become smug, and no longer yearn for more. So please, always have that want to get more out of life. By keeping the hunger for a better life alive, it will continue to grow on a daily basis. Don't give up and keep moving forward. I've been going to school with you guys for 4 years. 3 for some of you. That's a lot of days, man. You start to learn a lot about people. Some of you are childish, no doubt. Guilty again. But all of you have a childlike heart. We've had that since elementary school. Never have I once seen it escape from you. So if you're going to lose anything in the future, lose your childish heart to make more room for your childlike heart. The difference between childlike and childish is simple. Childish refers to people who are immature and people who play too much. Childlike refers to people who are trusting and innocent. After all, trust is what allows us to move forward in the world. Imagination does too. Can't tell you how much imagination helps. Creativity can solve so many problems. I say this to you guys because I don't want you guys slacking after we've been putting in this work for almost 13 years of our lives and putting the class of 2020 down. Show the Titan pride that we've all inherited as one of the best classes from Stevenson, and let's take on the world moving forward. Now again, for the ones that actually listen to my speech, and definitely for the people zoning out right now, I said moving forward 4 times in this speech. That's how long most of us have been going to school together. Fair warning, it's about to get cheesy. My friends, it is up to you which path you choose after today. I say friends because we are. 4 years going to school with each other, people start to grow on you. We had a lot of fun, too much. The amount of Snapchat memories we have will last us forever. Just because we're going our separate ways doesn't mean we're going to forget each other. So everybody, I ask this as your friend. Please keep moving forward and don't let the future mess with the childlike heart of the class of 2020. Friends are meant to help each other. That is what keeps our childlike hearts within us, or else the world would have ruined it a long time ago. So let's take on the future together. Told you it was going to be cheesy. Never lose your imagination, never stop yearning, never stop clowning, never stop moving on. Peace.
Thank you, Donovan. It is my pleasure to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Christine Johns. Our school greatly appreciates her leadership and service. As a close-knit Titan family, we have seen our teachers, staff, parents, and residents come together in a positive way to support each other and our students. We remain thankful for her steady guidance, support, and commitment to the success of every Utica Community Schools student and the bright future we know is ahead for the class of 2020. Dr. Johns began her post-secondary education at the University of Pittsburgh, earning her bachelor's degree. She received her first master's degree from Johns Hopkins University. She then earned both a master's and doctoral degree in educational administration from Harvard University. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Christine Johns.
Thank you, and good morning, graduates and families. It is truly my sincere pleasure to speak with you today as we celebrate the exceptional class of 2020. At the beginning of this year, you most likely had a vision for how your senior year would unfold. Not only graduation day, but those months leading up to it, it all seems so clear. However, unusual circumstances are preventing us from being together in person. You, the class of 2020, have sacrificed many cherished activities so our families and community can be safe. But we are united today as a community to celebrate our graduates and carry forward with our graduation traditions. Class of 2020, we have watched you grow from curious, wide-eyed youngsters into confident and inspiring young adults. I've been reflecting back to the times when we may have met at a visit to your school or during special events such as school plays, musical performances, academic competitions, student government events, or recognition ceremonies. Perhaps we talked at the Career Focus Luncheon, at a football game, the college or career fair, or as a scholarship recipient. I am truly grateful to have shared those moments with you. So many memorable moments are woven into what has become your UCS experience. Today is one of those memories. For instance, your UCS education has prepared you with the knowledge and skills to rapidly adapt to a changing world and a different learning environment. You have witnessed how important it is to problem solve and work together. Moving forward, graduates, you have the agility to reassess, redefine, and make smarter, sound decisions. You have come to understand the connectedness we all share, and you fully appreciate the value of quality time spent with family and friends. You also understand that you will truly live global lives and compete in a global workplace. Class of 2020, you are moving forward with a sense of clarity. You know what really matters, and you will continue to care for one another while exhibiting gratitude in all you do. You have learned this by living it. Allow these recent events to guide you, graduates. As leaders, you will determine how change will affect us and how we will respond. From designing a more efficient process in your workplace, to developing a new healing agent, to forging ahead in scientific pursuits that preserve our world. Your confidence and ingenuity will serve our community, our state, and even our nation well into the future. You are makers of history. Make no mistake, your strength of character and laser-focused optimism can truly change the world. Your leadership and your service to our community and our country are needed and appreciated. During trying times, a new generation of leaders emerge. Go forth and be those leaders. These are just a few of the many reasons we acknowledge and celebrate your accomplishments, your creativity, your kindness, and your academic achievements today. And now, this community, your community, is collectively putting its arms around you, embracing you, and sending you off on your next life journey, wrapped in all the hope and love you can imagine. You are the class of 2020. You are Utica Strong, and I could not be more proud of you. Congratulations, class of 2020. Now, it is my pleasure to introduce our Board of Education President, Dr. Robert Ross. Since his election to the Board of Education 16 years ago, Dr. Ross has honorably served this community as trustee, treasurer, and now president. He continues to support UCS students through exemplary stewardship and his resolute commitment to our mission. He and his wife, Luann, are proud parents to 4 UCS graduates. Dr. Ross holds both a PhD and bachelor's degree in physics from Wayne State University. He is a professor of physics at the University of Detroit Mercy. Please welcome our Board of Education President, Dr. Robert Ross.
Thank you very much, Dr. Johns. Students, family members, friends, administrators, teachers, and my fellow board members, thank you for watching this exciting event. We appreciate your support of this class of 2020. I'd like the proud families and friends of these fantastic, wonderful students to stand for a minute and be recognized. We're grateful for all the support and love that you've shown these students in this class of 2020. We're grateful for all the support and love that you've shown to these students in the class of 2020. I'd love to know how many people just stood up, but I'll never know. Sorry. One thing I know for sure is that no one expected this was going to happen. Your senior year did not end the way you planned. There's nothing any of us can do to change that. One of my kids graduated 20 years ago from UCS. Just think of the stories that you'll have in 20 years. I have a few remarks, so be patient with me. There's a lot of talk in the media, daily conversation, of the new normal. What's it going to look like when we go back to work or to school? What is the new normal going to be? I recommend you forget the new normal, because there never was an old normal. For you, everything is new. I'm a scientist. I've been one for over 40 years. In fact, I'm a physicist. When I hear the word normal, the first thing I think of is the mathematical definition of normal. In math, normal means perpendicular. It's a funny word, but that's what it means. In math and physics, we tend to think of normal as a direction. In particular, a direction that is perpendicular to something. Usually that something is a surface, but it doesn't have to be. So if you'll indulge me for a minute and think of normal as a direction, well, it takes on a whole different meaning. You control your direction. You get to control which way you want to go. Suppose you're driving north and make a hard right turn. Now you're heading east. East is perpendicular or normal to north. If you're heading north and you do a U-turn, now you're heading south. South is not perpendicular to north. It's not normal to north. In the next few months, you'll be heading out in a new direction. If you decide you want to change directions, that is okay. You can, and maybe should, explore different paths. You can veer off to the right, to the left, or keep going straight. There's a lot to explore, and you have choices. Doing a 180 may not be a great idea, but who knows? My recommendation is that you seek to develop something that you are passionate about, something you love to do. Find that thing that you love and go for it. Listen to advice, but you choose what to do. Nobody can do that for you. When you leave here, I ask you to do one thing. At some point in your life, it doesn't have to be tomorrow, do something for your country and expect nothing in return. Now, no one wants to listen to me, I know that, but you might want to hear this. The faculty of the Utica Community Schools has recommended to the superintendent that a Utica Community Schools high school diploma be conferred upon you. By the authority vested in your Board of Education by the state of Michigan, it gives me great pleasure to announce that you are officially graduates of the Utica Community Schools. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present the Utica Community Schools class of 2020.
Christian Maurice Abuna, Iman Ahmed, Alan Acom, cum laude, Dominic Joseph Akrawi, Abdullah Oz Alasi, Yusuf Nasir Fadil Al-Bassam, Mena Thamer Alber, Russell Sadek Ali, summa cum laude, Salivia Nashwan Elias, summa cum laude, Zachary Thomas Altadana, Miriam K. Alton, Julia Sue Altovia, Lauren Marie Andre, Tyler Lissing Andres, Delaney Marie Anglin, magna cum laude, Justin Jacob Ankawi. Alexander Joseph Antonich, magna cum laude. Danny Roy Arabo. Noah Anthony Arden, cum laude. Cayenne Louise Argel, magna cum laude. Kurt Douglas Armstrong. Megan Nicole Arnold, summa cum laude. Matthew Joseph Asker. Haley Rose Atik. Sarah Mohammed Salman Atrakchi. Brandon Namir Atisha, summa cum laude. Daniel Roman Osterman, summa cum laude. Maria Francis Awad, magna cum laude. Florjan Aziz. Angie Bassam Aziz. Onisa Bakuli, cum laude. Malak Moyed Bahi. Ava Elizabeth Bache. Brendan Matthew Bailey, cum laude. Samantha Nicole Baker, cum laude. Haley Marie Ballo, cum laude. Evan Xavier Barash, summa cum laude. Caitlin Rose Barbaglia. Ronnie Lamar Barksdale II. Kenneth John Dennis Bartik. Ariana Denny Bartz. Amber Rain Bashi, magna cum laude. Sukhman Singh Bath, summa cum laude. George Simon Betu, magna cum laude. Nathan Marcus Bauman. Ivan Kirillov Badov. Cassidy Elaine Beaupre. Jan Daphne Badeo, magna cum laude. Olivia Alexis Beji. Desirea Jenna Bell. Jocelyn Jean Marie Bellhorn, summa cum laude. Thomas Jackson Bellware. Mateo Jeffrey Bellat. Rhiannon Angelina Bellat. Raymond Frank Bells Jr. Tatiana Colette Benka, cum laude. Alexander Adam Benefield. Miriam Dawad Benyamin. Zoja Susanna Berisha. Nicholas Austin Bestie. Alexander Jacob Buther, summa cum laude. Shayan Ali Bati. Mark Emil Binkowski, cum laude. Matthew John Binkowski, magna cum laude. Natalie Gail Black. Austin Andrew Boggs I, magna cum laude. Natalie Jean Marie Bollinger. Jenna Marion Bohr. Michael Joseph Bohr. Caitlin Nicole Bolt. Isabella Antoinette Bomarito. Carlos Eddie Buda. Brendan Joseph Bumensor. Nada Buzla. Donovan Jacob Bricko. Jordan Ryan Brisbois. Hunter Douglas Brodsky. Hannah Elaine Brooks. Autumn Marie Brown, summa cum laude. Alexander Gavin Brown Rowe. Nicholas Joseph Brewitt. Brett Thomas Budnick. Addison Reese Buell. Christopher Tyler Bowie, cum laude. Jason Thomas Bukowski. Sabrina Marie Burrick. Haitham Yusuf Boutros. Miriam Cesar Boutros. Ethan Richard Cambridge. Christiana Kamovic. Ian Joshua Campoverde. Angelica Alice Canavan. Gabrielle Hope Chenkoko Coagas, cum laude. Catherine Louise Carlson, magna cum laude. Alyssa Rose Carnes. Abigail Lynn Carpenter, magna cum laude. Cintria Carol Cash. Drake Thomas Castilla. Rocco Joseph Castiglione. Jordan Nicole Cathers. Sophia Joanne Cavallaro. Catherine Elizabeth Chalcraft. Cynthia Chan, cum laude. Sana Rafiq Chaudhry, cum laude. Joanne Chen, cum laude. Jade Marie Chavarez. Verna Barbara Chola. Jacob Matthew Chores. Abir Uzaman Chowdhury, magna cum laude. Shuen Mashood Chowdhury, summa cum laude. Daniel Nathan Clark. Bobby Samuel Clark Jr. Nathan Allen Kloss. Nathan David Clulo. Emmanuel Abigan Coe, magna cum laude. Gabriel Thomas Cobb. Anthony Bernard Colasanti, cum laude. Frankie Lee Coleman. Sophia Katerina Costa, summa cum laude. Ashley Marie Cox. Jessica Dale Culverhouse. Anthony Michael Curry. Adrian Alex Chaya. Zachary Robert Joubert. Brian Hamid Daly. Emily Marie Daniel, cum laude. Julia Isabel Daniel, summa cum laude. Cameron Jermaine Davis. Jalen Amarian Davis, cum laude. Jaden William Debro. Genevieve Marie DeBuck. Eric Daniel DeGreek, cum laude. Claudio Alfredo de la Torre, summa cum laude. Courtney Janelle Delph. McKenna Alexis Delph. Justin James Diab, summa cum laude. Lena Sofia Diaz Hernandez, magna cum laude. Lucas Michael Dickerson, cum laude. Urshela Dyko. Gabrielle Concetta Di Mercurio. Darko Dojcinovich. Emily Clara Donaher. Benjamin Thomas Dubé, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Lynn Dubé, magna cum laude. Ryan Charles Dullock. Rebecca Dumitroscu. Georgi Dermishlari. Chloe Elizabeth Durso. Reagan Julia Duvall, cum laude. Jacob Raymond Dyer. Hallie Marie Eberhardt. Cami Ruth Eckel. Mackenzie Diane Eisinger, summa cum laude. Lena L. Garuri, summa cum laude. Manuel Aliyah. Noor Bashar Elias, magna cum laude. Noah Joseph Elkins. Peyton William Ellis, cum laude. Michelle L. Saya, summa cum laude. Alexa Saba El Sharak. Hussein Ibrahim El Zeni. Christian Joseph Romero Emanuel. Isabel Grecia Enojas, cum laude. Xavier Hasha Essa. Nolan Jason Etheridge. Connor Eugene Everden, Marshall Dylan Farrar, Riley Jacob Feel, Ray Fitzula, magna cum laude, Kelly Lynn Felice, Zena Isabel Ferrara, cum laude, Paige Inez Finley, cum laude, Mackenzie Johanna Fleischer, Stone Joseph Foltz, Megan Olivia Foles, Louis Peter Francis, Alexa Lynn Frischman, Michael Joseph Fuller, Alyssa J. Casaban Gabaza, Alyssa Mayre Galante, Brian Angelo Diaz Garcia, summa cum laude, Renee Elise Gardner, Adriana Juliette Garmo, Hannah Margaret Gartley, cum laude, Francis Gazaj, Jessica Amber Gothier, cum laude, Mary Gagaj, cum laude, Nico Luciano Genova, Kennedy Deshawn Gibson, magna cum laude, Armando Georgi, Anton Jurashai, Melanie Marie Godfrey, John Goichai, Grecia Isabel Gomez, Crystal Gonzalez, Vanessa Renee Grabner, Robert John Gray, Charles Siegfried Guccione, summa cum laude, Maya Sarana Anais Giao, summa cum laude, Jillian Lee Gumieni, cum laude, Chantel Marie Gurick, Branton Gurry, magna cum laude, Candace Mary Habo, cum laude, Brian Habro, Ethan Daniel Hacker, Athir Laith Hadi, Julian George Hakim, magna cum laude, Jessica Bailey Hall, magna cum laude, Robert Warda Hama, Timothy Patrick Hamilton, Natalie Mary Hannah, Angelina Pajong Hang, George Jonah Hanna, Joseph Lual Hanna, Maram Mazin Hannah Catchell, summa cum laude. Vanessa Shaki Hanush, summa cum laude. Alex Eddie Hanno. Heather Marie Hare, summa cum laude. Amber Faith Harris. Dante Ashton Harris. Kyle Nicholas Hayes. Hannah Marie Hayward. John Andrew Hebel. Lorena Hermes, magna cum laude. Celeste N. Hermes. Coral Lee Higgins, cum laude. Alexis Brianna Highgate. Nicholas Wayne Gurmand Hill. Ayani Ali Hinson. Jacob James Hinton. Dewey Din Huang, summa cum laude. Thomas John Hochberg. Jacob David Hodges. Haley Irene Hofferth. Emily Rose Hoffman. Brooke Alyssa Hamraki, summa cum laude. Bryce Michael Hood, magna cum laude. Jennifer Lynn Hopper, cum laude. Olivia Rose Romata. Bradley Arthur Hudson. Jordan Marie Humphrey. Kyla Arlene Hunter, cum laude. Nicole Riley Huskin, magna cum laude. Adnana Huskich, cum laude. Han Gia Huynh. Nicole Thamer Ibrahim. Regina Mike Ibrahim, summa cum laude. Zachary Paul Ims. Joseph Syed Intwan. Elana Ishaya, cum laude. Donovan Christopher Isho. Joseph Thomas Jabiro. Daphne Luna Jacinto, summa cum laude. Trevor J. James. Asia Bethany Jamison. Zaid Imad Johnny, summa cum laude. Isabella Baghdad Jarbo, magna cum laude. Crystal Ragad Jarbo, summa cum laude. Sarah Jarboa, summa cum laude. Rachel R. Jarges, cum laude. Jake Anthony Jakilik, cum laude. Jenna Josephine Jakilik. Silvana Romero Jurgis. Justin Jack Jurhoza. Gabriel George Jabrail. Marcelino Muthana Jurgis, Amaya Florence John, Adriana Kesa Jarad, Alexis Yunchai, Samuel Hyun Jung, Adam Kane, Julia Christine Kipe, Mina Man Kajal, Malak Baha Kalasho, summa cum laude, Amanda Rita Kala, Dylan Haykal Kala, Anna Marie Callow, Kelvin Duraid Camille, Dilono Ani Kampash, summa cum laude, Fadi Kamal Karana, Grace Ann Canoe, summa cum laude, Dominic Salam Mika Kanuna, Christian Laith Caputa, Bianca Wessam Carcho, magna cum laude, Mark Michael Catula, cum laude, Gerald Kalezi, summa cum laude, Allison Elizabeth Kelman, Laith Johnny Kenna, Philip David Kent, Malika Kaur Kara, Zia Remen Khan, Omar Adel Kanfar, magna cum laude, Dylan George Koshaba, Mina Mazen Koshaba, summa cum laude, Adra Dia Koshi, David Scott Keys, summa cum laude, Myrna J. Keena, Ethan Michael Kingsley, summa cum laude, Matthew Jordan Kennard, Joseph Ed Kyriakos, Teresa Simone Kizzy, cum laude, Trent Michael Klatt, Isabella Jordan Cleta, Mackenzie Morgan Cleta, Riley Parker Klum, summa cum laude, Alexandria Shea Kornoski, Megan Kuza, Sam Joseph Kowalski, Yusuf Sadir Koza, Gina Marie Kozlowski, Karthika Uma Krishnan, summa cum laude, Andrew Michael Kritikos, magna cum laude, Austin Jusenku, Maxine Lim Labaspas, Ashante Siddle Lark, Kenneth Lee Lehman, summa cum laude. Donovan Chihoon Lee, summa cum laude. Alec Joseph Lehman, magna cum laude. Zachary Ryan Levans, cum laude. Jenna Henriette Flores Limon. Michelle Jule Littleford. Justin Christopher Littleton, cum laude. Joseph Dorian Lombardo. Delaney Elizabeth Loria. Katie Cialoni Loria, cum laude. Alvins Luja. Melissa Ann Loan. Michael John Lucarelli, magna cum laude. Andrew Joseph Lucas, summa cum laude. Jericho Stephen Angel Lutella. Brennan David Lux, cum laude. Vladimir Lipka. Salvatore Nicola Madonna. Sally Allah Majid. Alexia Evangelos Maniadaki, summa cum laude. Mariana Hilal Mani, magna cum laude. Eva Patricia Manino, magna cum laude. Farah Ayad Mansour, cum laude. Vanessa Ann Mansour, summa cum laude. Emilio Ather Mansour, cum laude. Karam M. Makdas Hana. Saniha Saji Marangatil, magna cum laude. Christina Marishai, cum laude. Isabella Johanna Marceau. Samuel Matthew Marogi. Faisal Maruki. Easton Michael Marshall. Muhammad Asif Masood, magna cum laude. Colin Brandon Mata. Silvana Mott, magna cum laude. Karam Amer Mati, cum laude. Marcus Kareem Mati. Matthew James Maui. Matthew Hunter McGann. Morgan Ann McLaughlin, magna cum laude. Brianna Mary Miram, summa cum laude. Madison Miriam Miram, magna cum laude. Zachary Joseph Medea. Kayla Marie Mikhail, summa cum laude. Myrna Regina Mecca. Luke William Method, magna cum laude. Jenna Lynn Mihailishin, magna cum laude. Caitlin Jade Mihailowski, summa cum laude. Caitlin Ileana Milky. Michelle Milovsky, magna cum laude. Fabian Pascual Miracle, Sarah Nahid Mirza, Wafa Tashin Mirza, Alexis Catherine Misplin, Samuel Malner, summa cum laude, Jamie Deshawn Moore, Marcellus Germain Moore, Kevin Scott Morgan, magna cum laude, Michaela Joe Morpus, Joshua Kevin Morris, Miriam Majid Moshi, Michael Brandon Mowry, Greta Mriai, Allison Ann Mrazik, summa cum laude, Catriona Sky Munro, summa cum laude, Angelica Amir Nafso, Candice Wassam Najer, Camille Navrat, Omar Kamal Nefe, summa cum laude, Sean Joseph Nguyen, Phoenix Kim New Nguyen Tran, summa cum laude, Elizabeth Rachel Nikolai, cum laude, Anna Nikolai, Skylar Marie Noshel, cum laude, Marina Nona, cum laude, Hunter Allen Nowick, Blaine Christian Thomas Manigao Oania, summa cum laude, Victoria Mary Opit, Cheyenne Shelley Orlando, magna cum laude, Daniel Bassam Osman, Troy Ryan Otis, Ariana Alyssa Owens, Emily Margaret Palmer, summa cum laude, Jenna Elizabeth Palmer, magna cum laude, Christella Palokai, Lara Ahmad Pano, magna cum laude, Mary Kate Partington, summa cum laude, Bianca Ray Parker, Stephen Lee Parkman Jr., Durva L. Patel, cum laude, Jinal Patel, Dylan Louis Patah, Jordan Ray Payne, magna cum laude, Seth David Pelkey, magna cum laude, Jordan Lynn Pelshaw, Keith Marcel Pennyman, Zach Emmanuel Guzman Perez, Megan Aileen Perkins, Nicholas Wesley Perkins, Samantha J. Perkins, Anthony Ivan Poles, Tommy Bashar Polis, Matthew Jacob Polizzi, cum laude, Janice Ponjevic, Dayton Dakota James Porter, Lily Lilling Posler, magna cum laude, Caitlin Jane Potiff, Ashton John Potts, Meera Jayesh Kumar Prajapati, Kendall Ann Provencher, Kelly Puentes, Jacob Toma Putris, Salma bint Kadir, Alexis Ferraz Kakish, Alena Nihal Karana, Joseph Stephen Karana, Melody B. Karana, Teresa Stephen Karana, summa cum laude, Ramson Raymond Cario, Muhammad Ahmad Qureshi, Dalia Rajab, magna cum laude, Areli Sincere Rawls, cum laude, Isaac Foed Razuki, Yusuf Azam Razoki, magna cum laude, Mary Ann Renner, summa cum laude, Roman Michael Reschke, Alyssa Marie Rhine, Ashlyn Lynn Rhine, magna cum laude, Mariah Lorenza Riera, magna cum laude, Hunter David Rimkus, Haley Christina Rivard, magna cum laude, Kylie Kathleen Robinson, Marteno Ziad Romaya, cum laude, Sarah M. Romaya, Brian Joseph Ross, Elise Hope Rothwell, cum laude, Bonnie Ruan, cum laude, Ryan Stephen Ruzecki, Morella Ruznik, magna cum laude, Dominic Joseph Urzepa, cum laude, Savio Naja Saka, John Joseph Sacco, Marina Rafat Salama, magna cum laude, Ward Louis Salman, Daniel John Shungrathol, Nayeli Annabelle Santos, Sonia Sarau, magna cum laude, Jashawn Lee Saroli, Antonio Amar Savaya, Kayla Rose Schaffner, Anthony Joseph Schneider. Cameron John Schneider, summa cum laude. Sydney Ann Shornick. Jenny Faith Schramm, summa cum laude. Elena Ann Schultz, magna cum laude. William Derek Swessinger. Emily Rose Settlemeyer. David Artin Saitlari. Hannah Marie Sessi, cum laude. Jacqueline Michelle Seafarth, summa cum laude. Paige Marie Seafarth, summa cum laude. Sandra George Shaoka. Rana Hatham Shalon, magna cum laude. Marino Salam Shamo. Marcella Shathaya. Julia Marie Shaver, cum laude. Natalie Elizabeth Sheen, summa cum laude. Tierney Makia Shelton. Anton Shemsher. Maxim Shemsher. Adam Vincent Shippey. Diana Georges Schleman, summa cum laude. Nasim Ivar Shunia. Riven Randy Shush. Noah David Sims, cum laude. Jasmeet Singh, magna cum laude. Nicholas Tarek Sito. Jacob Nicholas Sawicki. Anjane Lamia Smith. Madison Michelle Smith. Stevie Ray Sorensen. Michael James Sosi. Angela J. Sparks, summa cum laude. Emily Christina Spinnick, summa cum laude. Sabrina Stahlberger, summa cum laude. Caitlin Mary Stapler. Matthew Aldo Stedefeld, summa cum laude. Kayla Nicole Stewart. Raymond Harold Stone. Megan Elizabeth Storms. Latrell Lamont Stovall. Alex Derek Stroney, cum laude. Camille Sermiak. Stephanie Ann Swanner. Zachary William Sweet. Samantha Marie Safran, magna cum laude. Haley Sarai Zich, magna cum laude. Maram Essa Towell. Francesca Nicole Tamburo. Jeno Joseph Tamo. Alexander John Tepper, Mariah Lynn Thibodeau, Christopher Brian Thomas, Kelly Danita Zhang, magna cum laude, Samuel Zhang, summa cum laude, Hannah K. Tomasco, Rollin Carl Torre, Hui Leanne Tran, magna cum laude, Kate Lee Isabella Travnik, Jonas Yuka, Jane Michelle Valente, summa cum laude, Leonardo Vario, Sabrina Vajnica, Michael Huang Vu, summa cum laude, Valentina Vuktilai, Shane Richard Volstek, Rodney Malik Waits, Nathan Wadi Wardia, Abdul Wasay, Kiera Renee Washington, magna cum laude, Andrew Paul Watkins, Monye Lamont Watson, Jessica Ann Whaling, summa cum laude, Jennifer Rose Weiss, summa cum laude, Andre James White, Austin James Williams, Megan Lynn Williams, cum laude, Joshua David Wilson, Nicholas Maurice Wingfield, Christopher Austin Watkiewicz, summa cum laude, Kai Christopher Chan Wong, Dorian Jafari, Lena Yalda, Nardine Faris Yalda, Valentino Yaldo, Roger Yang, Benjamin Mark Yanko, Dino Laith Yatuma, Megan Mackenzie Yerke, Mina Antoine Yono, Samuel Simon Yuhana, John Jahar Yuhanin, cum laude, Matthew Zaya Yunin, Raphael Yusuf Yunin, Imani Maya Young, cum laude, Jillian Olivia Young, summa cum laude, Alvin Namir Yusuf, Crystal Jack Yusuf, Isabel Mary Yusuf, Jenna Anna Yusuf, Rami Lance Yusuf. Joshua Michael Zaharoff, cum laude. Sylvia Samir Zahra, cum laude. Roxana Alicia Zaraza. Grace Jordan Zahner. Milad Jamal Zaya. John Zephi. Corey Sterling Zelda, summa cum laude. Joseph Tom Zanelli, cum laude. Rachel Ann Ziembowicz, cum laude. Rena Rooney Zuhair. Gavin Isaiah Zaransky.
Seniors, it is now time for the tassel ceremony. Currently, your tassel sits on the right side of your cap, representing your movement through Stevenson High School. Hold your tassel in your right hand. This represents your sophomore year. You came to Stevenson with dreams and aspirations, ready to take your rightful place at our school. Now move your tassel to the center, which represents your junior year, when your school spirit and pride grew and your determination to excel academically was demonstrated. Finally, move your tassel to the left, which represents your senior year. As you leave Stevenson High School, remember what you have learned and take the time to reflect and think about your story. You have made it to a significant moment in your life. You have what matters most, a great education from a great high school and a great school district. Continue to work on your story and make it the best story it can be. Congratulations, Stevenson Titans, class of 2020. At this time, it is my pleasure to welcome Mr. Corey Zelda to give the senior farewell address. Corey plans to attend the University of Michigan, where he will study political science and class inequality. Corey's address is titled, On Love.
Welcome, friends, family, faculty, administration, and congratulations to the class of 2020. As a class, I like to think that we have. We have become more aware of the world around us, we have rewritten our own narratives, and we've also sought to become even better versions of ourselves. But there's one thing I want to leave you all with today, is that we live our best lives and we are our most successful, not simply because we're smarter or work harder than everybody else, but because we open our minds and our hearts to love. Now, I must admit, 3 years ago, I would have disagreed with myself completely. I would have failed to embrace vulnerability in its entirety, and in an attempt to avoid real emotional intimacy, I buried myself in schoolwork and extracurricular activities. But today I stand here in awe of those who can find parts of themselves in others. Because as Bell Hooks writes, the practice of love offers no place of safety. We risk loss, hurt, pain. We risk being acted upon by forces outside of our control. My own definition is far less elegant and way more specific. When I consider these past 3 years, I understand love not as a word contained to a single beloved individual, but to a world mapped by individual and loving connections. The connections that we've built with our classmates as we crammed last minute for a test we didn't study for, those that we built with our friends over a basket of wings after another Friday night football game, and those that we made with our teachers when we realized we need them to curb our final grade. I hope that over the past 3 years, you've found your own definition and that you've allowed yourself the vulnerability that leads to change and to growth. And I hope that heading forward, you continue to love. Love yourself, love your work, and love those around you, no matter where they're from, what they look like, and who they love. Live this life of love with passion and courage, because the loving connections that we share with others are where we get to influence, impact, and change people's lives, just like your connections with me have changed mine. Class of 2020, thank you and congratulations.
Everywhere we go, people want to know who we are. So we tell them we are the Titans, the mighty, mighty Titans. Hoo, ha, oh yeah, hoo, ha, Oh yeah, ooh, ha, oh yeah, you wish you were a